Hi everyone, and welcome to my first attempt to record some games on the Lightseekers app. I'm going to be playing my Cassini deck today. This is based on the deck that I used at the UK National Tournament. There have been some slight changes that I've made to it. What I've tended to find is that on the Lightseekers app, most people, or a lot of people anyway, will main a Creeble Jester, which makes it quite difficult to sustain a large hand. With that in mind, I've taken out my Umbron Informant so that I'm not drawing too many cards, and I've put in an Unruly Mob just to try and slow down any quite aggressive attacky decks. And I have also, what else have I put in? I cannot remember off the top of my head, but I've put something else in instead. What missions have I got right now? So I need to be winning some games, playing Storm, Dread and Astral cards. So this mission here is the one that I'm going to be focusing on as I play this Cassini deck. So let's just dive straight into a game. I'm going to be playing on casual. Not a massive fan of playing on ranked at the moment. Quite difficult to win, obviously. It's a bit of a tougher challenge. So in terms of completing missions, it's just a bit more reliable to be playing on casual mode. Hopefully we won't have to be queuing for too long. Wait times can vary massively on this. Whilst we're waiting, let me just show you one of the most depressing things ever, which is, oh, my game is ready. Just very quickly though, I will just show you. Hopefully I don't miss this game, but if we just scroll down, you can see which avatars I have available. You can see that I do not have Heroic Starfish available to me right now, which is a little depressing. There we go, there's my Astral deck. I realised that I could buy it for 125 of those blue shard things, but I'm trying to just save those up for some slightly more expensive items. And it looks like we're going to be playing against an aggro deck. We're going to be playing Dolo. Obviously he's been slightly nerfed in the app. So let's see what he's going to start with. Hopefully he won't be too aggressive, give me a chance to get some healing in my hand. Obviously I've got a Dusk Feeder already, which is handy. Okay, so he's going for card draw. I mean, I could remove that. And indeed, with a Colossal Ritual site on the table, I probably will be looking to remove that. Obviously, to remove both of those, I'm going to need a Lunar card on my discard pile, and I do have a few of them I can potentially put there. I think in this situation, I'm going to use Cassini's ability to put one of them there. I'm just going to throw away this Skyward Observatory. I'd rather keep the Flying Fortress than the Dusk Feeder, sorry. And there we go, there's a Pathfinder just to get rid of both of those. Obviously with that Ritual site, he's potentially got 2 more attack cards in his hand, which could have caused some serious damage on the next turn. Good, he's crying. And there we go, he's having to draw. Obviously removing those really slowed him down a little bit. Okay, nothing too much to worry about there. Just get this Flying Fortress out, see if we can start chipping away at his health. And got a little bit of a delay there on the app. There we go. No defend card this time. I haven't got masses of defend cards in my deck, but there's still plenty of them. Think now. You do have to wonder sometimes what people are looking at, you know, like the cards are still the same as they were a minute ago when you last looked at them. Okay, let's throw out a Spectral Guide just to get a bit of card draw going on. Obviously having 2 buffs on the table now means that there's a good chance he's going to play Crystal Leech, so let's throw out Colossal Skybeam as well. I really like Colossi Skybeam because, of course, if you get it early on, you can just chip away and take them down to 20 health. You don't have to waste any of your attack cards or anything else. There we go, there's the Crystal Leech, of course. And he's left my Flying Fortress, which is nice. Obviously, Flying Fortress has the potential to do 10 damage, so it's always good when they don't remove those, I suppose. I do have another Colossi Skybeam in my deck as well, so potentially get that out before he passes the 20 mark. Definitely going to just be double drawing on the next turn. I've not got anything that I want to play. I can't play the Black Hole. I don't want to play the Dusk Feeder until I've got a solar card on my discard pile. Obviously the key to Astral is to not waste your card's effects. Make sure that you've got the right card on the discard if you can. There we go. Alright, so yeah, just double draw. That is a defend card, so I should be getting the option to reveal that. There we go, and that's 2 damage. I've actually just noticed that my opponent has a little symbol just to the bottom left hand side of his hero, like a kind of connecty type symbol. I don't know whether that's to show me that he is connected to the game right now. And then to let me know when he's disconnected. It was kind of flashing up and down a minute ago. Okay, so with what I've got here, I'm just going to throw out the Unruly Mob and then draw, I think. With a bit of luck, my opponent will attack me, which will mean that my Unruly Mob is chipping away at his mountain fort. Obviously that Reality Rift was a defend as well, so I revealed that to do another 2 damage from my Skyward Observatory, sorry, my Flying Fortress. Okay, so that's going to do 5 damage, I suppose. Nothing too serious. Obviously, I'm not a big fan of him having this Prism Cannon on the table. I can also get rid of all of these buffs right now, so I think I'm going to do that. Obviously, pay for it with the Reality Rift and the Dusk Feeder. It's a shame to have to use it so early on. Ideally I would have let that Prism Cannon rotate a couple of times before removing it, but with that Magma Worm there as well. Oh, I'll just reveal that card that I drew. Do 3 damage. Yeah, with that Magma Worm there, it kind of made sense to just get rid of it before it started chipping away at me. Really like Blinding Beetle, especially against these aggro decks. It just means that you can just slow them down, like those 2 cards that he drew then. Potentially they were attacks, and potentially I'm just going to put them straight back into his deck. We shall see. So I'm going to have to move 3 attack cards from my hand to my deck. Not going to be a massive problem because I don't have any. So yeah, we're just going to use that Blinding Beetle. There we go. Oh, lovely. It's always nice when removal goes back. Shame there weren't 2 attack cards, and of course I'm just going to draw. I have been considering getting rid of these Sun Beacons. I'm not a massive fan of discarding my own cards. Oh yeah, of course I lost that Chimchu Infiltrator then, but never mind. Yeah, not a massive fan of discarding my own cards, but it can be, you know, it's a 6-point health swing, so it can be a useful card to have, especially if I am getting hit quite hard and I want to be playing a Dusk Feeder and I need a solar card on my discard pile. I can heal for 2 and then heal for 7. Nothing that I want to play here anyway, so we're just going to draw that. Oh, well, that's another defend card, so that'll be the final corner on my Flying Fortress. So we're getting to the point now where a combo would finish him off. Not that I've got one to play right now, but surprised he hasn't healed because I could have one. I suppose probably just not got any healing. Well, that's unfortunate. I'd rather that not go off, but especially with the Mimicking Magmites next to it. But obviously I've got no removal, so I'm just going to have to weather that storm. Obviously he's getting close to death as well. I could do 7 damage this turn by playing my Sunbeacon and using my hero ability, but it's not quite going to finish him off, so for now I'm just going to play my Flying Fortress. And I am going to draw. If this could just be a defend card, then that would mean... nope, it's not. Okay, well we'll see what health he's on next turn. So that's definitely not ideal. Potentially going to heal next turn. And with that ritual site on the table, I am definitely going to heal next turn because I could get hit hard and I definitely don't want to be dead when that happens. I really feel like Black Hole would have been better saved for this scenario, but you can't plan ahead for everything. So let's just heal for as much as we can. Hopefully we're not throwing away anything too amazing. We can definitely do with that, so reveal that. Oh, actually that's going to mean that I can kill him now, I think. We're just going to do 4 damage from the Sunbeacon. Yeah, and then I can use my Cassini ability, so we'll just good game that, and we will use my ability just to do that final 3 damage. There we go. That was quite well timed, I think, because I was in trouble there. Alright, cool. So that is going to count towards playing Astral cards and winning 20 games, which is my weekly mission at the moment. So we'll just do one more, I think. Hopefully we won't get paired against the same guy. It's always possible. Just not that many opponents on the game right now. So whilst we're queuing, I suppose, oh no, wait, we're in. I will come back to that later. Yeah, we're going to be playing Cassini again, so let's just play. Zilia this time, so he can rotate one of his action buffs 1 step forward. I often see people playing Zilia and never using that, so it's entirely possible that that'll be the case this time. Hello, yes, hello. So it's nice to start with Blinding Beetle. Just means you can get a little quick heal in and potentially throw some of his attack cards back, although he has just thrown away all these attack cards. Whether he's got 2 more in here, don't know. So maybe we'll just hold that Blinding Beetle for now. Card draw, obviously good to get started with that. Nothing here that I'm particularly keen to play right now, so we'll just keep going with drawing. Just got to be ever so careful that we don't get too far above the 7 mark. Certainly don't want to get Creeble Jested. So emergency system, I mean it does its full healing because he's only on 28 at the moment, which is a bit of a shame. Not really got anything that I want to attack him with right now anyway, so we'll just Spectral Guide for now before he gets removed. Again, still nothing here that I'm particularly keen to play, unfortunately, so we'll just draw 1 more. Definitely going to need to play something next time though, because I'm now on 9 cards, which is going to cause me a problem if he does play Creeble Jester. Oh, there we go, he's drawn again. So this could be a good time to use Blinding Beetle because it's entirely possible he has some attack cards in there now. Just the 1, unfortunately. Okay, well, with Solar on my discard, I might as well use Dusk Feeder. Get myself back up to 30. Okay, obviously with him playing Tech, he's going to be having Crazed Bombers for his removal, so if I've only got 1 buff on the table, he's unlikely to use it. A couple of things that are flashing at me here, but I don't want to play either of those right now. Still aware that one's 7 cards here, so whether it's worth just throwing out Planetary Alignment, probably not, because it'll get cancelled. So let's just get some more cards for now, shall we? There we go. Okay, of course. Oh, that was the other card that I've put into this deck, of course, as a Jester. I don't want to be playing it right now. I will throw that Unruly Mob out, though. But yeah, you do get decks from time to time where people are drawing huge hands, so it's handy to have a Jester in, and of course with Cassini. I can always just discard it for 3 damage anyway, so there's no harm there. Right, I think it might be time to get rid of this emergency system, so we'll just waste a Mirror Beast. I do have another Mirror Beast in my deck, so I'm not too concerned about throwing away one of them. Oh, in fact, I'm not throwing it away at all. It was not an exterior defender that I was talking about there, it was just an emergency system, so I still get it back. Right, okay, cool, where am I going from here? Spectral Guide, I think. Let's just keep up on that card draw. Plenty of removal right now, although playing as tech you might not have that many buffs. However, there's one. Well, that's a nice combination that he's played. Oh, he's using it on mine. I thought he was going to use that on his unstable defender. Okay, well, fair enough. Now, ideally, I don't want this to get all the way around, so I do want to try and remove it at some point. Whether I try and remove it now or let it go and hope that he plays another buff next turn so I can remove both. Tricky decision. Well, let's just throw out Mirror Beast because we can. And then we'll draw for now. We'll just see what he does on the next turn. Given the number of buffs in my hand, I'd just rather it not reach his final corner and make me have to move. Actually, how many buff action cards have I actually got here? Oh no, none. Okay, so that's not the end of the world then, is it? But there's a catapult. Okay, so we're kind of in territory of I'd like to remove those now. Of course, the problem here is that I don't have a solo card, a lunar card on my discard pile to make it do double removal. So what are my options here? This will give me an additional turn and we'll not put lunar on my discard pile, so that's no good either. Right, so I guess I don't like to do this, but I'm going to waste my Dusk Feeder a little bit there. Just so I can get that double removal on. Whether that was the best decision, I don't know, but it's reduced my hand size a little bit, which is handy in this situation. Okay, doesn't really bother me, I'm just not going to attack you for a couple of turns now. Okay. So again, not a lot that I really want to be playing here, so I'm just going to draw for now. Bringing back 3 buffs, is that really going to help me right now? It's just all card draw and there aren't even 3. So I definitely don't want to be doing Reality Rift. Nothing that Gravity Bubble will help me with either. So I guess next turn we'll probably play a Flying Fortress out just so it's not in my hand anymore, although I'm not going to be able to make any use of it until the Steel Fortification is gone. Yeah, still nothing really. I mean, I could play my Shapeshifter, but of course if I draw Solar I'm just going to be wasting it with the Steel Fortification there, so I'm just going to draw for now. Didn't really want another Pathfinder either, but them's the breaks. Okay, so yeah, a bit stuck here really. For options, it's just really nothing that I want to play. I'm really gambling a little bit if I draw again, but I think I'm going to have to. And nope, no point revealing that or revealing that, bit of a waste. Okay, at least the fortification's gone now, so I can start to play some of these cards. And there's plenty of them that I'll be happy to play now. Fortunately, I've not been jested, so that's always handy. Right, so let's Shapeshifter, although that is going to get me another card, but it was a waste. Skybeam will definitely get that on the table. Of course, now that I've got 3 buffs out, there's a good chance that he's going to remove them. We'll see. However, if he does, and he has, it could be a good chance to play Reality Rift, use up some of my cards, get my hand size back down, but also get all those buffs back out. They're all good buffs to have out, so there's no reason why I wouldn't. Move your last combo back. What is his last combo? Steel Fortification. Okay, so that's going to go off next turn. Could remove it. Do I want to remove it? Steel Fortification is not a massive problem, although it has been causing me some hand size issues. Okay, let's remove that just because I'd like to try and get my hand size down a little bit. And then we'll throw out another Shapeshifter. Come on, yeah, a bit of healing. It's always handy when you're on 24 health. Right, so hopefully next turn we can just play Reality Rift. It's going to depend on what he plays. That is not going to stop us from playing it. And neither is that. Okay, so Reality Rift, and I'm going to have to use either Gravity Bubble or Planetary Alignment here. I think I'll use Gravity Bubble because it's a bit more situational than Planetary Alignment. And then Mirror Beast, and then I'm just missing 1 Gravity, and I think I'll keep the card draw and removal and get rid of Chimchu Infiltrator. Excuse me. Oh yes, of course I have another action. Yeah, well it's flashing at me, I might as well use the Dusk Feeder. No point revealing that with the Ramparts in play. Ugh. Well, that's unfortunate. At least it'll get rid of the Ramparts, I suppose, but that is unfortunate. So that's 2 removal cards down, so he's only got 1 left. Alright, so no point in playing Blinding Beetle when I can only heal for 2, so we'll throw out the Spectral Guide for another card. There's no point in playing that right now, so we'll just draw again. Okay. I can always play the Flying Fortress and then Spectral Guide next turn. I'm halfway through my deck now, maybe a little more. Okay, with me taking a little bit of damage, I could play the Blinding Beetle now. If he's got removal, I'll get rid of it, I suppose, so let's go with that. One thing that's interesting about the app is that you can always tell how many attack cards your opponent has when you play a Blinding Beetle. For example, then it didn't come up with your opponent is thinking, so that means that he just had those 2 attack cards and there are no more attack cards in his hand. Not really sure that that's the best. Oh, I'm going to run out of time here. Okay, let's just get that Flying Fortress out. Not really sure that that's the best way to do it because it is giving me information about his hand that I shouldn't really have. Okay, well that's going to be removed. Good chance that he's going to have a Fountain of Time. I think he's already played 1. In fact, he's going to start using Zilia to rotate this. So it needs removing immediately because next turn it will be on the 2 and that will mean that he can use Zilia to turn it onto the 11. So yeah, we're definitely going to get rid of that. Don't want to be taking 11 damage. And then I'm just going to... Oh no, I can't. Sorry, I've just used Gravity, so I can't use my Spectral Guide. So I'm just going to have to draw. Okay, so now I'm going to use my Spectral Guide. Let's see if we get any defend cards or anything that I might want to play. There we go, there's a defend card, we'll play that. And another Flying Fortress, so I think I'll save that till next time so that I can use the Spectral Guide on the same turn. If I play it now, there's a chance it'll remove all three, whereas if I play it next turn, the Spectral Guide will be gone anyway. So whilst I'm sat here, I might as well just Mirror Beast. Very handy card to have, Mirror Beast, obviously, with it coming straight back into your hand. Oh, that's annoying. That's going to stop me from doing what I wanted to do this turn. Now, I could use my Spectral Guide to double draw. I was kind of hoping to keep that back for when I played the other Flying Fortress, but with the Ramparts out, there's just no point. I suppose it makes sense to use it anyway. It could always get removed. Yeah, it's a bit of a waste, but such is the way of these things. And can't play my Blinding Beetle because I'm on 33. Well, I can play it, but it would be wasteful. So really, with this hand, I'm just drawing again. Hopefully not another defend. Oh, there we go, okay. It's a bit of a shame that I'm going to have to sit here and wait for that Ramparts to disappear, but deal damage when you defend, okay, fair enough. Hopefully he's not got that many defend cards in his deck. So yeah, really just a bit stuck here for something to do. I could throw out one of my combos, just do a little bit of damage, and I think, although it'll be reduced by 2 and I'll take a damage because of the Ramparts, I think I'm just going to throw out Planetary Alignment. It's just going to use up some of my cards. So we'll use Anti-Gravity Field, it's my only gravity that I've got, and then no point having 2 Mirror Beasts in my hand, so we'll just throw that in as well. I guess I'll just give him something to think about in terms of starting to heal a little bit, maybe slow him down hopefully. Yeah, no point revealing that, I'm afraid. So this is okay, I could potentially play that next turn, or at least get rid of this Time Chamber. And that's always going to be the case when you knock a tech player down below 15, they're going to start throwing out the Tyrax fixes. A few unaligned cards in his deck. I mean, that Sneaky Creeble, he played an Umbron Marauder before. Obviously, those types of unaligned cards suggest that he might not have lots of cards in his collection right now. Right, Gravity Bubble, yeah, can't play it right now because I don't have any gravity cards to pay for it with. So, still no point in attacking. Oh, I can play my Blinding Beetle now though because I've been hit. Whether those 2 cards are going to be attack cards, let's wait and see. Well, one of them was, so it could have been worse. And let's just draw. At least that Ramparts will be gone next turn and I'll be able to start doing things again. So is his other card another defend card to trigger that Time Chamber? Maybe, maybe not. Okay, let's Flying Fortress, and then let's try and draw as many cards as we possibly can before he removes those Flying Fortresses. I mean, he's still got 14 cards in his deck and only one of them is removal, so hopefully he won't draw that Crazed Bomber before I'm done with these Flying Fortresses. Oh, that's always nice when someone allows you to draw a card, which is a defend card, which then causes them 4 damage. Okay, so yeah, I think let's just throw out Skyward Observatory. You never know, I might get away with that. Hopefully you can't remove all 3 of those right now. And if I draw a defend card next turn or the turn after, then that's going to work really nicely. Could really do with a Lunar card as well, so I can play that Gravity Bubble. So here we go. We just want defends now. Nope. And nope, so that's good. Doesn't look like he's got removal, which is handy. Now I am aware that I'm on 15 health now, and potentially I'm running the risk of getting killed. Fortunately, Skyward Observatory increases damage and healing, so if I throw out a Sun Beacon, not only will it draw a card, which I can reveal, to trigger both of my Flying Fortresses with the +2, it's also going to do 4 +2 damage itself, and it's going to give me just a little bit of healing as well, although with that 6 damage done, I'm fairly confident that I can finish him off. So we will just, good game, and we will Mirror Beast. Oh no, can't do that, sorry. Let's Chimchu Infiltrator then. And there we go. So, once again, there we go. I have now completed my Astral mission. Still got some games to win for my Endura mission, so I'm going to end this recording now and potentially then come back and play some Storm and Dread cards in my next recording. We've got a loot chest, so why not? Let's open that whilst we're here. And nothing new, unfortunately, so just some more blue shards. Okay, well, I hope you've enjoyed this video anyway, and I'll hope to see you again next time. See ya, bye.